On the morning of March 11, 2026, Stryker employees arrived at their offices expecting a normal workday. But as they powered on their computers, they were met with an unsettling sight. Every device had been wiped clean, all files and data erased in an instant. The usual hum of productivity was replaced by confusion and disbelief as screens across the building flickered to black, leaving employees staring in shock at their now useless machines. Instead of their familiar desktops, a chilling new image appeared. The logo of the pro-Iranian hacking group Handala, boldly displayed on every screen. It was a message, not just to Stryker, but to the world. A new era of cyber warfare had begun, and no one was truly safe. This wasn't a ransom demand or a simple act of vandalism. It was a calculated, strategic assault on a company whose medical devices support the lives of over 150 million patients in more than 60 countries. Stryker's technology is woven into the fabric of global healthcare, from life-saving surgical tools to critical hospital equipment. By crippling Stryker, the attackers didn't just target a corporation, they disrupted the flow of essential medical supplies, leaving hospitals scrambling and patients at risk. The attack exposed just how fragile and interconnected our world has become, where a single breach can ripple across continents and threaten lives. What made this attack even more alarming was its simplicity. The hackers didn't rely on sophisticated malware or zero-day exploits. Instead, they turned Stryker's own IT management tools against them, using a single compromised administrator account to erase tens of thousands of devices in minutes. It was a devastating reminder that sometimes the tools meant to protect us can be weaponized with terrifying efficiency. This method, known as living off the land, allowed the attackers to operate in plain sight. Their actions blended seamlessly with normal network activity, making it nearly impossible for security teams to spot the intrusion until the damage was already done. By the time anyone realized what was happening, it was far too late to stop it. In this video, we'll break down the anatomy of the Stryker attack, how it unfolded step by step, the tactics hackers used to breach even the most secure networks, and the critical lessons organizations and individuals must learn to defend themselves in this new digital battlefield. The Stryker attack is a wake-up call for everyone. Cyber warfare is no longer just about stealing money or data. It's about causing chaos, disrupting lives, and shaking the foundations of our global society. The question now is, are we prepared for what comes next? Most breaches start with a simple human mistake, not a technical flaw. Hackers know that even the most secure systems can be compromised if just one person lets their guard down. It only takes a moment of distraction or a single click on the wrong link for attackers to get inside a company's network. Phishing remains the top entry point. Hackers send convincing emails or messages that trick employees into revealing passwords or clicking malicious links. These emails often look like they're from trusted sources such as a boss or a well-known company, making them hard to spot. Once an employee falls for the bait, attackers can quickly move deeper into the organization. In Stryker's case, a fake security alert could have easily captured an employee's credentials, giving hackers instant access. These alerts often create a sense of urgency, pressuring users to act fast without thinking, which increases the chances of a successful attack. Infostealer malware is another common tactic, silently harvesting saved passwords from browsers and sending them to attackers. This type of malware can go undetected for weeks or even months, collecting sensitive information and opening the door to further breaches. These methods are evolving. AI-generated phishing emails and perfectly cloned websites make scams nearly undetectable. Attackers use advanced tools to mimic real websites and craft messages that sound authentic, making it even harder for employees to tell what's real and what's fake. Employee awareness is now as critical as any firewall. Regular training helps staff recognize the latest threats and respond appropriately, reducing the risk of falling victim to social engineering. Every staff member is a potential gatekeeper or a weak link. The actions of just one person can determine whether a company stays secure or suffers a costly breach. Training and vigilance are the first line of defense. Encouraging employees to pause and think before clicking and to report anything suspicious can make all the difference. In today's threat landscape, cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. By working together and staying alert, organizations can protect themselves from even the most sophisticated attacks. Once inside, hackers aim for administrator credentials, the keys to the kingdom. Privilege escalation tools help them move from a regular account to one with full control. They hunt for weak passwords, unpatched software, or carelessly stored credentials. At Stryker, attackers likely compromised an admin account, possibly by extracting credentials from a machine where an admin had recently logged in. Without multi-factor authentication, MFA, on these accounts, a single slip can lead to total network compromise. The lesson: protecting admin accounts with strong MFA is non-negotiable. In today's digital landscape, modern hackers have evolved far beyond the days of deploying obvious malware or suspicious files that trigger alarms. Instead, they've become experts at exploiting the very same trusted IT tools that organizations rely on every day to keep their systems running smoothly. Tools like Microsoft Intune, which are designed for legitimate remote management and device administration, can be a double-edged sword. In the wrong hands, these powerful platforms can quickly become weapons, giving attackers the same level of control as trusted administrators. The Handala Group, for example, didn't need to invent new hacking tools. They simply used Stryker's own Intune dashboard to trigger a devastating remote wipe across thousands of company devices. Because these destructive commands originated from a trusted, authenticated source within the network, security systems and monitoring tools didn't flag them as suspicious or malicious activity. No custom malware or advanced exploits were needed, just a few clicks from a compromised admin account, and the company's digital infrastructure was wiped out in moments. This attack is a stark reminder that even the tools designed to protect and manage our networks can be turned against us if not tightly secured and vigilantly monitored. That's why limiting access, enforcing strict permissions, and continuously monitoring all admin actions are absolutely critical safeguards for every organization. The threat isn't just external, it can be hiding in plain sight, waiting for a chance to exploit the very systems we trust most. The Stryker attack was swift and devastating. Devices worldwide rebooted and wiped, paralyzing business operations in minutes. The hackers left their mark, defacing login pages with their logo and a message of retaliation for geopolitical events. Stryker's core business was frozen. Orders, manufacturing, and shipments ground to a halt. This was a wiper attack, no ransom, just destruction. The financial impact was massive, with recovery costs and lost revenue soaring. For attackers, the goal wasn't money. It was chaos and disruption. The message: critical infrastructure is now a front line in global conflict. The fallout from Stryker's attack reached far beyond IT systems. Emergency services in Maryland lost access to digital tools, forcing paramedics to revert to slower, less effective methods. Even a temporary loss of digital communication can put lives at risk. Financial markets reacted instantly. Stryker's stock plummeted, erasing billions in value. Hospitals and clinics feared supply chain disruptions, highlighting the healthcare sector's vulnerability. The attack exposed how deeply interconnected and fragile our systems are. One breach can ripple across industries, threatening public safety and trust. The Stryker attack was a calculated act of geopolitical retaliation, not random vandalism. Nation-states now use cyberattacks as weapons of asymmetric warfare, targeting critical infrastructure to inflict maximum disruption. Groups like Handala operate with state backing, turning private companies into battlegrounds. The barrier to entry is low. A handful of skilled hackers can cripple entire sectors. The motive is chaos, not cash, and the targets are increasingly vital. Healthcare, energy, transportation. As global tensions rise, destructive wiper attacks are becoming the new normal. Cybersecurity is now a matter of national security. Cybersecurity must be a boardroom priority, not just an IT concern. Adopting a zero-trust model, never trust, always verify, limits an attacker's ability to move inside the network. Enforce MFA for every account, especially administrators. It's the single most effective barrier against credential theft. Restrict and monitor access to powerful IT tools like Intune, requiring dual approval for high-risk actions. Continuous monitoring and real-time alerts can catch suspicious activity before it escalates. Regular employee training is essential. Humans are both the weakest link and the strongest defense. Build a culture of security, not just a checklist. With robust controls and vigilance, companies can turn fragile networks into digital fortresses. The stakes have never been higher. Individuals play a crucial role in cybersecurity. Enable MFA on all important accounts, email, banking, social media, to block most attacks. Be skeptical of urgent or unexpected messages. Verify before clicking links or downloading attachments. Use unique, complex passwords for every site, managed by a reputable password manager. Keep your devices and software updated to patch vulnerabilities. Remember, your email is the gateway to your digital life. Protect it fiercely. A few simple habits can stop hackers in their tracks. Cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. By staying vigilant, you protect not just yourself, but everyone connected to you. In a hyper-connected world, every individual action matters.